And we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
And Sterno Supernova.
Hey there, Sterno.
Hey, Boogie.
What's going on?
It's been a while, I know. Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. I had some stuff going on, so I couldn't podcast for a while. So if there's anybody wondering why, it's because of me. So yeah, it's been a while. How you been doing? Did you go to that thing? You went to that thing yesterday, the Phil Fest in Norfolk.
Phil Fest in Norfolk, Virginia. Yes.
I wasn't able to make it. How was it?
It was okay. It's I don't know. It was okay.
Did you actually talk to Miss World? I saw you guys took pictures with her. Miss World, with her Megan Young. Is that correct?
Miss World 2013.
2013.
There's Miss World.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't know that she was only 2013. But
if you had
been there or paid attention,
no. If well, Megan Young, she's other things other than Miss World. She's now actress, singer, host, Capuso personality.
Capuso? Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Okay, Filipinos.
Yeah.
No. There's a thing in the Philippines where you have probably two major channels. Right. You have GMA.
Right.
ABS-CBN is Kapamilya. GMA is Capuso.
Oh, okay. I never heard those terms, but okay. Sorry. I don't watch those channels. I'm
the
sorry.
Filipino thing.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't understand.
Really
I'm sorry. I just don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anything about that.
So she's one of the personalities on GMA. On that.
So did you guys? What kind of interaction did you guys just?
Yeah, I met her. Talked to her for a little bit.
And
everything. She's cool.
Right. Okay.
Real pretty. Well, I mean, I was telling Brother Butterfly how I'd been a fan before she was Miss World, back when she was still competing for Miss Philippines, all that.
Oh.
I mean, to me, she's one of the prettiest women in the world. And her sister too. Her sister Lauren, she's hot too.
Was she there?
No.
Her sister? No.
No, her sister. I don't know where her sister is.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, you should look up Megan Young. Other than
well, I mean, I've been Facebook feeds.
I've been vouching for her for years. So ever since before Miss World and all that, because she's an awesome person. I follow her periscopes, and all that stuff. So I was telling Brother Butterfly, she's like the personality that she's a cool chick who you would Audo.
She's not stuck up. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. Okay, that's good.
She's cool.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah, I got to meet her, talk to her, told her she was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So was there a big turnout when you went to that event?
Not really.
Really? Okay. What time did you guys head up there?
I was up there early. I was up there like midday.
Okay.
It's an all-day event. It's
think with the rain that met kind of I don't know. Okay.
It could be a lot of things.
All right.
I'm not gonna badmouth a positive event. Let me just say that.
Cool. I really wanted to be there, but I just couldn't. So
but yeah, it's good. It's always good to see Filipinos doing good things. So nice. Good events. It's better than nothing. Let's just say that.
Okay. Yeah. Now, this is off topic, but on Friday the 13th, like tattoo shops, they'll let you get like a really cheap tattoo. And I was actually trying to figure out if I would want to get one because I already have a couple of tattoos right now. And I know you're not into it, but what would you get if you were just gonna if you had to get a tattoo? What would it be? I'm just curious because I pretty much got what I want to get so far in my tattoo. That's probably another reason why I didn't get a new one. But I'm just curious what you would get.
Okay, so first of all, I don't get a tattoo unless it really.
I mean, if it's too personal, don't tell me.
Really need to get one.
Yeah, but I'm just curious if you had if you were to get one, what would it be?
I don't know, because I'm a person who gets tired of things quick. Art, stuff, anything.
Yeah.
In fact, I was listening to another guy who's an artist, who also has the same idea where he's an artist. He draws something and a year later he doesn't like it, even though he loved it a year ago. It could have been like his most favorite drawing he's ever done, and a year later he just doesn't like looking at it anymore. That's
a pretty common thing for art people.
Yeah, and I sort of see the same thing. I was like, I could like one thing one day, and then a year later, think it sucks.
Mhm.
So and you know, that frame of mind, I wouldn't get anything really artistic, I guess you would say. I wouldn't get any kind of drawing or anything on me.
Okay.
So you'd have to go to symbols, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And even then, I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't know, musical notes.
Musical notes?
Yeah, I like music.
No, yeah, I know.
But then see,
the thing I didn't think you'd go.
What do you think?
Way.
I'd get a skull?
No,
a dragon?
No, nothing.
I hate those things.
Nothing wrong with dragons. If you want a dragon on a tattoo or anything,
I'm not a big fan of those things.
Okay.
I don't like putting. You know, I mean, I don't. If you want to do horror things, I don't like horror things.
Okay.
So that really limits me to nothing.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I'm not gonna put like a cartoon character,
right?
Because
cartoon
to me that's lame.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to really love a cartoon character to put one on me, and even still, it would have to like. I've seen stuff where like they remade a cartoon that makes me just hate it or something.
Yeah, I mean, you can go along with like
you know, I'm a comic guy. I thought about putting comic book characters on me, and at the same time, I'm like, no, I can't. Do it. No,
I could be the biggest Batman fan. I'm not gonna put a Batman symbol on my body because. I don't know. I might not like Batman later.
Right.
And he hasn't exactly had a big influence in my life for me to tattoo anything on like that on my body. So I don't know.
I'm just curious. Okay.
I mean, Filipino sun, but even that, I'm like, you know, it's cool, but I don't need a tattoo for people to know, hey, I'm Filipino or I'm pro Filipino. I mean, nothing against people who do that because people do it all the time, but even that, I'd rather. Well, people know me that they know I'm, I don't want to be activist, an activist about it, but I'm pro Filipino. Yeah. By my actions,
right?
So I don't need a tattoo for that.
Okay. Nothing. Just curious.
It's because it's free. Don't mean I'm going to do it.
I didn't say it was free. It's not free.
Exactly. It could have been free. I'm not going to do it because I'm not into that.
All right. Wow.
What about you?
Well, I mean, I've gotten most of the stuff that I like. You know, like I got the lion, which I like. I got a Filipino sun. I got a dragon, which you pretty much just down to two of the three I just mentioned, but.
Like I said, it's just me. I'm not into that stuff.
I know. I mean, I thought about getting a tribal design, Filipino tribal, but I've seen a lot of people using Polynesian, and I'm not Polynesian, I'm Filipino, and then some of the Filipino stuff didn't really speak to me. So, and at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not worthy of it, not just because I'm not Filipino enough, but more like I'm not activist enough, or I haven't really explored it enough to make it be a part of my outward appearance, besides my just being Filipino. I don't want to be sporting a tribal thing when I haven't
when you don't know what it means.
I would find something. I would get someone who knows what it means to explain it to me and all that. I wouldn't put anything I don't know what it means on my body. That doesn't make sense to me. But okay, just Dwayne the Rock, Johnson. He put his whole tribal piece on his arm, and he explored his. He's made a point to understand his roots and the tribal part. He does the dances. He knows that he's in touch with his that side of his cultural identity, and that makes sense to me. But if I were to do that, I would be kind of being a poser because I don't think I have that enough to earn that kind of tattoo. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, and I didn't come up with anything either. And I mean, most of the stuff I got is more intricate than just the discounted one you can get on Friday the 13th. So I didn't go for anything, but I had thought about it. I was like, is there anything I could do that would work? And nothing came to mind. Not for the same reasons as you, obviously, but yeah. So nothing.
Good talk there, sir. So we both came out with nothing.
Yeah, but there was a whole thought process behind the nothing. So it was more than nothing. It was nothing with a purpose or without a purpose. I don't know. That didn't sound right, but you know what I meant. So
yeah, I went to New York. I did the Comic-Con thing this year.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Brother Butterfly.
How was it?
Crazy as always. I mean, not just Comic-Con, New York in general. I love visiting. I hate staying. Let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
The stench of piss, the crowds, the traffic. I mean, I hate that, but I actually do like New York as a city. Comic-Con again, crazy.
Which panels did you go to? Which ones stand out?
I went to like 20 panels.
Which one? I mean, which one? Like, name of 2 or 3 that kind of stand out.
I saw Pacific Rim. I went to Family Guy. I went to the Orville.
You went to the Orville? Really? I didn't think
well, it was sort of back to back with Family Guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's also right next to our hotel room where I can just go downstairs and pop in real quick.
Yeah, the reason I said that is because you said you weren't that big on the Orville.
Well, the first 2 episodes, I wasn't.
You like it now?
Yeah, I do like it.
Huh?
Because when we talked about it, I hadn't watched anything past the first 2 episodes. The pilot episode is very.
It's kind of.
It's bland. A pilot episode.
Yeah, it's not that much.
A lot of introduction, nothing. The second one, the jokes didn't. It was okay.
Which one was the second one? What were they joking about?
They could put in a museum. They get caught and put in a museum.
Right. Oh yeah.
And they need to get out, but nobody ever gets out of the museum.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that's all I'd seen when we talked about it. I didn't watch the third one, which was really good. Very good. It wasn't funny, but it was very.
The one with the baby?
Yeah, that's one where they want to kill the baby.
No.
I mean, not change the sex of the baby.
Yeah, it was a very, very blatant allegory on gender roles and.
Yes, I love that one. Loved it.
Okay.
In fact, that's the one that turned me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. In
fact, that.
Yeah.
Because that one made it its own show. The other 2 episodes were straight up episodes.
Yeah.
That's all they were.
Yeah, they're kind of going to Galaxy Quest kind of thing.
Yes. Not even that. It was just straight up, let's just joke Star Trek.
Yeah.
And then the third one, it was like, hey, let's do an actual show with actual thinking.
Are you caught up to it?
No.
Okay.
But they talk about this during the panel. Seth MacFarlane, the creator, the actress, the actors, Agent Palicki, the nurse. I'm not the nurse. Oh yeah, she the doctor. She was also like a doctor and a nurse on ER or something. What she?
She was on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, but she was also on.
She was on other things too.
24.
Yeah, I know her from other things.
She's been on a lot of shows.
Yeah, they were there. So they talked about how the show is becoming its own, and it's walking a fine line between drama and comedy, and how the first 2 episodes were too comedic for me to be. I mean, the comedy thing is cool for a little bit, but then the joke gets old.
Right.
So, and then like I said, the episode I did like was very dramatic.
Let me ask you this: you have seen all of Star Trek: The Next Generation, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. I've seen maybe 30 episodes total.
Of the 10 years, however many years it was on the air.
No, I was never a big Star Trek Next Generation guy. I turned it on, I watched it, I understood it.
Yeah.
So
the problem I'm having with it is, to me, it seems like even the ones that are like dramatic, the ones that you seem to like, I just feel like they're rehashes of Next Generation episodes. But it's also like, what else can they do in certain ways? Because remember, there was an old episode of what was it? It was I think it was South Park or Family Guy, where they just kept on saying Simpsons did it because they've been around a lot longer.
Yeah, that was South Park. But the Family Guy jokes that also.
Yeah, like Simpsons already done everything because they've been around for like ever.
Yeah, like I said, I went to the Family Guy panel and they do joke about that also.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just trying. I'm not liking it as much as I hope to. Maybe I don't know. I feel like it's like, oh, I've seen that episode of Star Trek: Next Generation. The same ideas. But the one that really seemed to turn you was, I thought it was pretty compelling, but it wasn't enough to. It wouldn't be enough to turn me to like the show. I'm just surprised that you say that. That's all I'm saying.
Because it's not. It was a comedy. That was a drama episode with actual thinking.
Which is Star Trek: The Next Generation. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The other 2 were straight comedy. The other 2 episodes were just was hey, let's make jokes about flying in space on a ship.
Right.
Let's drive the spaceship like a crazy person. Ha, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's lame.
Okay. Okay.
And this one didn't have any of that. This one was straight up. I don't want to say it's drama, but
yeah, I mean, it did pose some by putting the situation like on backwards. It kind of did the whole thing about gender identity and the whole concept of conforming to societal norms, that kind of thing.
But again, like I said, the main reason I went to watch those panels is they were downstairs from my hotel room.
They were convenient.
Yes, I sat in them. It was a good. I was there, and I enjoyed them. Adult Swim with Seth Green, Breckenmeyer. Who else was there? What's his name was there? Macaulay Culkin was there.
What's he doing? What is he?
He does voices every now and then on Robot Chicken. That was a really funny panel. They just joke each other all the time. It's just straight up comedy show when they do these things. That's what I enjoy.
Did you and Brother Butterfly stay together the entire time, or did you split up?
Oh no, we were. I am a kind of person that makes the most of my time there. So I am,
So by
Comic-Con, it's such a beast. It is such a beast that you have to be to take. You can't do everything. You really can't do everything.
So you got to plan out what you're gonna do.
Not even that. I have plans, but there's a lot of things you still don't hit.
Right.
But I like to try to get in as much as I can, which means I get up. I go to Comic-Con at 5:30 in the morning. The thing opens at 10, but I get in line so I can be first in line to get to a lot of the things that I need to get in line for. Whereas Brother Butterfly,
so he just took it easy compared to you.
Yeah, but I mean, he has a different agenda also. He's just there to experience it. He's not there to do everything he can. I'm there to hit up the panels. There's certain places I need to be. Certain people I need to talk to. So I have this agenda, and I need to get it in whenever I can.
Did you do the autograph thing? You get a bunch of autographs?
I got no
pictures?
Well, it depends on what you mean, the autograph thing. Because
did you go get some autographs of some famous people?
I didn't pay for any autographs. Let's say that. There's a section where there's people there for autographing. You pay $40-$50. You get their autographs. There's other parts where you run into them, or you go to the artist tables and you can get autographs that way. And there's other things where you catch people outside getting autographs. I didn't pay for anything. I did comic book artists. I did get a couple autographs.
Any names that you want to drop about those?
Greg Pak, who I make it a thing to meet with Greg Pak every year. If you don't know, Greg Pak is doing big things for Asians in comics, like crazy good things that I just can't speak enough about it. I even told him this. I tell him to his face, "Hey, you're doing something. You're changing the history of Asians in comics, kind of thing."
Right.
And I applaud him for it.
Cool. And
we actually have a conversation about this every year. So,
do you think he actually remembers you, or?
I believe he does.
Okay. I mean, it's a lot of people that he talks to, over year, every con and everything like that. So
yeah, we have these conversations that they're not just simple. Your work.
Yeah, love your work.
Sign my comic kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there was that. I did talk to another Asian writer. Her name is Marjorie Liu. I don't know if you know her, but she's she writes this comic book called Monstrous. It's just really crazy. Love it. It's really out there too.
It's pure indie, or is it, can you tell about
it's Image? I think
Image. Oh, okay.
Image or DC. She does other things too. I think she might. She does Han Solo.
Okay.
That's very not indie.
Yeah. For the indie movie Star Wars.
Yeah, she writes the Han Solo comic book. She also does novels and stuff too, but real pretty too. In fact, I was telling Brother Butterfly, my plan was to get her to sign one of my comics, talk to her for a little bit and get a picture. And then so I get there, I start talking to her for a little bit, tell her how much I love her work, how much I love Monstrous. She was there with someone else, and when I was talking to the other guy while I was waiting for her, and he found out I was from Virginia, and we talked a little bit about that. But then, I told her I love her work and all this, and all of a sudden she gave me like the sexiest look.
Ooh, like nice.
Like, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I couldn't say anything after that.
Oh no!
So she signed my comic book. I said thank you and walked away. I was completely.
That that story just hurts me to hear you say that, man.
Yeah,
seriously,
you should look her up. She's hot.
I know, but I'm just saying that the fact that you froze. I
didn't expect it.
I understand it. I understand it. Believe me, I understand it. But I feel bad. Just it hurts that you froze.
But I'm a big fan of.
I wanted to hear you that you made you said something really cool. On the same level as I love you, I know, that kind of thing, where you left a good imprint. But freezing just makes me feel bad because I know I do it too. That's the problem.
Yeah, I didn't expect that from her. She's a really nice person.
No, okay,
really nice person. Gail Simone. I don't know if you know who Gail Simone is.
I've heard the name.
She's really popular. She does Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
she writes Wonder Woman, a comic you may have heard of.
Yeah, I think they might have made a movie out of that.
She does other things too, a lot of Batman stuff.
Yeah, I know. I knew the name. I just
she's really popular. Met her, talked to her for a little bit, but see, it's no one like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really a big autograph person either.
Yeah.
I'm there to just.
I mean, I like getting signed prints. I don't really want people's autographs just for the autograph's sake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you saw me when we went to the Tidewater Comic-Con. I like to get something signed and framed and stuff like that. So. But you mentioned the stuff you wanted to buy, the stuff you intended to buy. Did you get what you wanted, or?
Yes, there was a Funko Pop
of
the White Lady. Which is a Filipino thing, not just a white lady.
I know, but the white lady.
The White Lady.
Not the White Queen, the White Lady.
It's a Filipino folklore thing. Scary story.
I actually don't know the full story. I just know we were scared of her. You know what?
Well, there's a Funko Pop of her from, You
have a last one too, don't you? Or
yes, no? I have two of them now.
Wait, how many of those? Filipino folklore pops are there?
That's all I have. It's a White Lady and Aswang.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's anything else. I have Filipino pop. Not Filipino, but a Funko Pop things.
Do you have a Pacquiao? Did you say you did?
Yeah, I have a Pacquiao. I got like 2 years ago.
Okay.
From New York Comic Con. I have Pacquiao. I have Shaolin monks. I have. I don't know what else.
Just out of curiosity, in rough numbers, what do you think your collection of pops is at? Funko Pops is at right now?
You mean number?
Yeah, just total.
I don't know, like
just
50.
50. Okay. Nah, I was actually thinking you were gonna say something higher than that because I know you like them. I know you collect them, but you also sell them too, right? Every now and then.
I've sold a few.
Okay. Anything else that you bought at New York Comic Con this time around?
Trying to think. I bought some comics.
Did you do that whole lottery to buy those Funko Pops again?
Yeah.
Did you win this time? Or
I got in there. My lottery time was late. There's Comic Con's 4 days. I was on day 3, so a lot of the stuff was gone by then. But even then, I didn't really care about buying a lot. I actually gave my spot to someone else.
Oh, okay.
I told him, just as long as you get me these 2 things, I'm good. One was a Star Wars pop, but then I'm like, you use it, buy whatever you want, buy $200 worth of stuff. I just want 2 things.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go through the hassle of buying stuff and trying to sell them this time.
Okay.
It is such a different beast when you're there. It's just the Funko line. It's a thing.
Is it like work? Is that what you're saying? It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's something you're just doing just to make money.
No, it's not even that.
No,
it's a lot to deal with. Brother Butterfly, he didn't get win a lottery spot. So he had to wait like in a standby line to buy his, which he did. And I'm sure he can tell you about how he stood in line for hours, and I don't know how to explain it. It's something you have to experience.
Okay.
Just the whole event. It's just hard to explain. It's such craziness. There's so much happening, and it's so big. So much happening. That, there was we were there for 4 straight days, and I still didn't. I maybe hit up 2/3 of the Comic Con. There's a whole third of the place I didn't even go into.
Oh, wow.
I'm reading about, I read, come home, read about all this stuff that I didn't see.
Do you feel like you missed out on something that you really wanted to be at, or I mean,
no, because I do my research. I make sure I hit up the things I want to be at.
Yeah.
And if I do miss out on something, there's a reason probably. Like there's a whole Westworld. There was a whole Westworld experience that I really tried to do, but it's like in a secret location outside of Comic-Con. And then they tweet out the sign up spot to go to the location at 8 in the morning. And you have to find the secret location to sign up to go to the other secret location to do it. And I was trying to do it, but it's
just funny. I was listening to something from the Nick and Nora Infinite soundtrack playlist, whatever. Is that like that, where you kind of go into like different places and just trying to?
Not to that extent.
Okay.
But yeah, it is the Westworld thing was in a secret location. But then if you could sign up and do it, you experience Westworld. Which, if you know the show, it's something a fan doesn't want to miss out on. And I'm a huge fan. I really wanted to do it, but it is so hard to. One thing, I'm not a native New Yorker, so when they tweet out a location, it'll take me a while to get there, and the thing fills up like within minutes. So you have to like get there within like 5 minutes. So it's a lot, and I wanted to, but I just couldn't. Okay. I mean, there was a lot of other things I didn't do. I mean, I really wanted to meet with certain people. There was Jamie Chung was there for The Gifted,
right?
The X-Men show on Fox.
Oh, you didn't get
The Gifted.
You didn't get to see her.
I had to choose between her and the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, wow. Understandable then. I know.
Well, it was a hard decision.
Well, I know, but yeah, I know, but you.
You've
been a Black Eyed Peas fan for as long as I've known you, as far as if I remember correctly.
I'll give you my thought process of why I picked the Black Eyed Peas over Jamie Chung.
Okay.
One thing, we're at Comic-Con. There's going to be more fans of the X-Men show than they are of the Black Eyed Peas.
Okay. So better chance of getting in.
Yes.
Okay.
The Gifted, it has like several people on the panel. It's going to be really hard for me to get close to the people. I mean, I would love. I've told people that Jamie Chung's in my top 10. She's in my top 10 of people that I want to.
Yes, you have said this.
Marry.
I confirmed this. Yeah, you've mentioned that many times.
Yeah. So. And the Black Eyed Peas I've seen in concert like 4 or 5 times. I've been to parties where they were actually there. I never got to meet them. Mm-hmm. So it's not like a big deal for me to actually see them. Mm-hmm. But the fact that I could be really close to them was another thing.
All right.
Like I said, I can really easily. I did go to the Black Eyed Peas things. I did meet them. I did talk to them. Whereas if I'd gone to the Gifted panel, there was almost no way I was going to talk to Jamie Chung, let alone get close to her.
You wouldn't get close enough to make it like. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
If I had to choose between meeting them, I would have met Jamie Chung. But the fact that I could have gone to the panel, but I would have been way in the back of the hall, whereas Black Eyed Peas, I was right in their faces.
Nice.
So yeah, and they were debuting. Well, they have a comic book, but they were debuting some new technology with their comic book. That if you want to know about that, you can Google that yourselves.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there was surprisingly a lot of. There wasn't a lot of people at the Black Eyed Peas panel. I mean, it was a lot of people, but it wasn't like packed to the packed out the door.
Yeah, you're talking about Comic-Con crowd where a lot of people are like X-Men stuff or whatever. So, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If it had been something else where it was just the normal population.
Although I did meet The Weeknd, and that was crazier than almost anything.
You met The Weeknd?
Yeah, I met. I met The Weeknd.
Was he's still going out with
Selena Gomez?
Yeah,
who wasn't there?
Oh, she wasn't there.
I was crossing my fingers to hope that she was there.
Okay.
Again, top 10, but she wasn't there.
I didn't know she was in top 10. Okay.
She wasn't there.
Okay.
But I did talk to The Weeknd. I did meet him. He did sign a print for me. He was announcing a new comic book for him. The Weeknd has a new comic book.
He's writing it, or
It's based on. If you know The Weeknd, he has his last album was called Starboy, about a kid named Starboy. So now in 2018, Marvel is creating a Starboy comic book, which was announced at New York Comic Con.
Cool.
And in doing so, they had a promotion where The Weeknd comes and says, "Hey, there's a comic book coming out," and I got to meet him for that, which was one of the craziest things that happened for me at Comic Con. It's just
crazy about
that's
it.
Another thing. I had to be there. I was there at 6 a.m. for that to get in line, to get a chance to win a ticket to meet The Weeknd.
6 o'clock in the morning to get in line to get the chance to win a ticket to meet The Weeknd. Okay.
Yeah, the tickets they gave out at 10 a.m. Marvel gives them out. They had tickets for either The Weeknd, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where you meet them, which is another thing I wanted to do, or the cast of Runaways, new show on Hulu.
Runaways too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the comic book.
Oh yeah, you introduced that to me.
So all 3 of those things I would have, So I get in line. Only 100 people per thing though.
Right.
100 people get to meet The Weeknd. 100 people get the chance to meet the Agents.
You can only pick one to get tickets. A chance to get, or can you?
Not even that.
You can't do that. You can't.
You get in line.
Right.
It's such a mess too. I'm there at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Doors open at 10. I run straight to the Marvel booth to get a ticket. Actually, they open the doors early at 9:45.
Okay.
I run straight to the Marvel booth. Me and 100 other people. And the Marvel people says, "Hey, it's not 10 o'clock yet. We can't give you the tickets yet."
Okay.
So, in those 15 minutes, like another 500 people show up. Now it's a big mess.
But there wasn't a line.
There's no order. Yeah, there's no line.
Like people at a table trying to get.
It's not even the Marvel booth is huge. It's like a huge area.
Okay.
There's like maybe 10 different tables. There's an autographs area. There's a store that area. There's a stage. There's a back area where they're promoting other things. There's a gaming section. So it's a huge area.
By letting you guys get in early, that screwed up the whole process. You think?
Part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they announced an area. We're going to start a line here, and everyone runs. It's just 500 people trying to get into one line is the mess. But I get into the line, and then you don't get to pick. You go through the line. You don't pick what you want to go to. You actually reach into a bag and pull out something, and it could be nothing. You either pull out one of the 3 panels I want to go to, or meet The Weeknd, Runaways, meet the Runaways, or meet Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or you pull out a card that says you don't win anything.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Whatever.
You lose.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was in line. He pulled the sorry, you lose.
Oh, that sucks.
Went to the back of the line, did it again. The line takes about an hour to go through.
Yeah.
And he got another sorry, you lose.
Oh.
Well, I reach in, I pull out Runaways. Nice. I'm like, it's okay. But out of the 3, Weeknd, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Runaways,
that's the 3rd.
That's number 3.
Right.
I mean, I'm a fan of the comic book. The show looks good.
Yeah.
And I pull it, and then I was like, oh. And the lady was like, "What happened? You won." I was like, "Well, I didn't want. I wanted something else." She was like, "Okay, well, just stick around. Someone else is going to get something that they don't want, and you can switch it."
Yeah, trade.
Yeah. Somebody had pulled The Weeknd, and they didn't. They don't like The Weeknd. They could care less about The Weeknd.
Right.
And they were like, so I was like, they were like, "I'm trading The Weeknd for anything." And they're like, "Hey, you want the Runaways?" Which I had. They're like, "Yeah." So we traded.
Nice.
So I ended up going to see The Weeknd. They got to see the Runaways. But yeah, and the whole Weeknd thing, it's such a, because he's such a big star.
Yeah.
There's so much security around him. They took away my phone. They took away my backpack. I could wear a hat.
When you say take away, they put you in they put everything in a cubby or a box.
Yeah. They I can't have it with me.
Right. Okay. Well.
Anywhere near him.
God.
So basically, there's no picture of me with The Weeknd.
Right.
Man. So, but I did get a print of the comic that he autographed, and I did talk to him for like 10 seconds.
Love your work, bye. That kind of thing, or hey, good to meet you.
10 seconds is a long time when you're meeting someone. Believe me.
What did you get to say then?
Yeah, I talked about his music and stuff, and
okay.
I've been a fan of his music since the mixtapes, so. So I do know what to talk to him about. So
All right.
but yeah, a lot of these meet and greet things, it's basically you're with them for like 3 seconds. So 10 seconds was actually longer than I expected. But yeah, that was cool. I did like I said, I went to the Family Guy panel.
Mm-hmm.
The end of the night, we all went out to roam the streets of New York. We were walking around Madison Square Garden. We went to Koreatown. I brought Brother Butterfly to Koreatown. So we were walking around Koreatown. It's if you've never been there, it's crazy. It's on a it just was I want to say it was Friday or Saturday night. So it's packed like crazy. The sidewalks, it's hard to walk. It's just crazy.
Uh-huh.
We walk a few blocks and we actually find a section of Koreatown. It's actually outside of Koreatown now that the crowd is not as crowded anymore.
Okay.
We just want to just chill and stop and chill for a second on the sidewalk while people will walk by. We hit that up, and all of a sudden, a couple of people are walking by us, and I recognized them from the Family Guy panel. It was Patrick Warburton. I know you know him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know the name. I don't remember.
Man, Patrick, see, I tell everyone I love Patrick Warburton from Seinfeld.
Oh, the tick guy, the guy that's in the
but he was also the tick.
That's what I thought he was, but I didn't want to say that because I wasn't sure. Okay,
he's also the tick. He's in like 100 movies.
Yeah, all those commercials about the one where he's doing surgery on himself. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I know that guy.
He's Joe on Family Guy.
Right.
But his face alone, he outside of Family Guy, he's popular already.
Yeah.
But he was walking by, and also with another guy who I know from the panel. But if I didn't go to the panel, I never would have recognized him. But he's the voice of Cleveland.
Oh.
He's also the voice of.
Is he a black guy?
No, he's white.
Okay, I just wondered because it's Cleveland. I didn't know if he was black or white.
He's white. He's like a he's like a white, older, balding guy.
Okay.
He's also the voice of the perverted old man.
Oh yeah, the one that's always trying to. Okay, yeah.
He's always trying to seduce Chris.
Yeah, so messed up.
He's a lot of voices. He's also the voice of the maid. The maid on Family Guy. They're always joking her. What's her name? Rosita? Carmelita?
I haven't watched Family Guy in years, so maybe the other four she was on.
She was in season 1.
Who has a maid? Okay.
But yeah, the guy did the voice for all of that. So they're walking by and I recognized them. I said, "Hey, Family Guys, love the panel." And then Patrick Warburton gave me a little head nod and smile, and the other guy was like, "Yeah, right on." And then he ran up to me. I mean, they walked by, then they ran back. He ran back to me and handed me a pin of the maid.
Oh, cool.
And then shook my hand, thanked me for watching.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was real cool. I mean, the other guys with me wouldn't have recognized them. In fact, they recognized Patrick Warburton after he walked by, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's Kronk." I'm like, "Who's Kronk?" And Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh right. I barely watched that movie.
Exactly. I'm like, that's what you know him from?
Well,
Kronk?
We're talking about a guy who's like his favorite movie was Cars, remember? So that makes sense.
This guy's made hundreds of movies, and you remember that?
I said the Tick, remember? So
yeah, well, Tick is fine. Tick is fine because he was the face of Tick.
Right. Okay.
He was the Tick.
If I said like Men in Black 2, you would have been like, what?
So yeah, I mean that was cool. I mean, I did try my best to meet Gal Gadot.
Did you have a shot with that, or just no, not even close?
No, but a 1 in a million chance means there's still a chance. She was in New York at the time when we were there.
Right.
Remind you that she was hosting Saturday Night Live the week we're there.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
She was also on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon one night. So basically, she was there all weekend.
If David Letterman was still around, you would try to get a ticket. If she would, like that thing when we got to see what's her name?
That was by pure luck.
Natalie Portman? No, that was pure luck. I thought you planned that.
I ordered the tickets to see David Letterman as soon as I found out we were going to New York.
Right.
not knowing who the guest would be.
Oh, I thought you knew.
No, they don't announce the guest until like a week before
Oh,
the
okay.
show.
I was thinking, man, this is awesome planning by Boogie. He got his girl. I didn't know that was pure luck. It kind of deflates my opinion of your planning skills now.
In fact, the show we went to, we were actually supposed to see Scully from X-Files, Dana Gillian Anderson. Yeah, her and Kathy Lee.
Gifford?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Those were the guests for the show we were supposed to go to, but for some reason they flipped it around.
And we got Natalie Portman and
the Executioners, DJs.
Yeah, wasn't Exhibit there? Or?
Yeah, Exhibit was with them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Wow. So that really was pure luck, man.
I mean, there's so much that happened in our week in New York. I mean, I can go on and on. Just Comic-Con alone.
You think it's your last New York Comic-Con for a while, or are you planning on going back?
I always say yeah, but
every time
I wasn't planning on going this year, and I did.
Every time you think they're out, they pull you back in. Kind of.
So I'm not going to say anything about next year. I'm just going to if I go, I go.
Okay.
So, I mean, it does cost a lot of money, and it is, like I said, it's a lot of work. I mean, I'm still tired a week later from it. I mean, my sleeping schedule is basically I slept like 2 hours a night.
Wow.
And we walked miles and miles. We did a lot of walking. I got blisters on my feet, but it's worth it. I mean, if I love it, it's what I love, so I do it. I mean, yeah, Pacific Rim. I saw John Boyega.
Did you get close to him, or
we were pretty close?
We were handshake or
no? I mean, he was on stage and we were in the second row.
Eye contact.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. He did look at us a few times. Okay. And to me, that's a big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's John Boyega. So anyone from the Star Wars universe. I think Mark Hamill was in our hotel.
You think?
Yes.
What makes you think that's the case?
I felt it.
In the Force.
But honestly,
I know it to be true.
He had a show in the theater that's connected to our hotel.
Like a one-man show kind of thing? Or
yeah, it was an evening with Mark Hamill.
Oh, nice.
So, most likely stayed in our hotel.
Ah.
Robert Kirkman, when we checked in, the first person I saw was Robert Kirkman, the creator of Walking Dead.
I know, I'm saying I wouldn't recognize him just by looking at him.
Oh, I recognized him the second I saw him. I'm like, hey, Robert Kirkman.
I mean, I've seen him on
checking into the hotel when I'm checking in.
I think I've seen him on Talking Dead, but like it didn't click. He didn't leave an impression as far as what he looked like.
I am, and I know him outside of the show. I just know him because he wrote the Walking Dead comic book. So I recognize him right away. And he also had a show at that theater, and he was checking into the hotel with me. So that was cool. But I didn't talk to him. I actually talked to him last year. So that was I didn't need to bother him this time. Although I did tell Brother Butterfly to go talk to him, take a picture with him, but he didn't want to.
He didn't want to bother him, or he didn't.
I don't know. We just walked in the hotel, and I'm like, "Hey, look," pointing over there. Robert Kirkman.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't recognize them, but if you told me, I'd be like, oh wow, cool. So yeah, cool.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's tons of other stories like that just happens all 4 days. And that's why I love it.
How much time did you spend outside of Comic-Con exploring New York? I know you mentioned Koreatown, but like, is that pretty much it, or
Times Square? We stay in the area around Madison Square Garden.
Did you take them to those places, like those restaurants where you like, I gotta go to this and get a ramen burger or whatever, and other stuff? Any of those things that because I know Brother Butterfly doesn't know the same kind of stuff you do about.
No, I mean, we actually didn't even we didn't eat at any like real restaurants anyways.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we ate at Shake Shack,
because
we don't have Shake Shack in Virginia Beach.
Right.
We did eat at a pizza spot, like a pizza spot that was like a block away from our hotel room. We did get bagels, from a bagel shop. I did the first night we were there. I did take him to 53rd and 6th, which a lot of you would know what that 53rd and 6th. I'm guessing you don't, sir. No.
Nope. Sorry.
It's the OG spot for chicken and rice. The street halal chicken and rice.
Okay.
Came from 53rd and 6th. Even though we passed by 10 other halal carts to get there, we get to 53rd and 6th to eat at the OG cart. And we did that. That was night one. I mean, that's, I think, something everyone should do. And obviously, the line there showed that everyone in New York was doing that the same night we were doing it. So yeah, we do that. I don't know. We talked about how we didn't have a regular eating schedule either because there was so much. Like lunch at Comic-Con, it was basically eat whenever you can. And a lot of days we didn't eat. I didn't eat. Wow. In fact, I was with Brother Butterfly last night. He's like, his stomach is still screwed up from our week in New York. And I'm like, yeah, me too. It's weird. Because, you know, sometimes we skip breakfast, sometimes we skip lunch, sometimes we eat dinner at 5 in the afternoon, or sometimes we eat dinner at 11 at night. It's weird. Every night was different.
Huh.
So, I mean, that was us. That's how we did things. And another thing, I wasn't with him all the time. We did our own things, and we just met up at the end of the day kind of thing.
Oh.
So, I don't know what he did. I can go on and on about it, but
yeah.
Yep. Maybe next year, maybe not.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right, let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
All right, this is the part of the show where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I claim to be experts in Filipino. We're not native speakers, so if we get some aspect of the word incorrect, like its grammatical usage, some aspect of its meaning, connotations involving the word, feel free to let us know, but keep in mind that we never say that we're a factual or information-based podcast. We do this just for fun, or if you want to at some friends and impress them with your, he knows some Filipino. That's what this is here for. So, Bogey, do you have anything word you want to use?
I don't know. I don't have a word. I wasn't ready yet.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't remember what I usually say, so it went a little bit shorter than I meant to. It's been a while. Let's see. I don't know. Was there anything Filipino? I mean, besides you used to mention Asian stuff, but were there any other Filipino things besides the white lady pop that you bought?
What do you mean?
Anything like Filipino based? Like
I mean, there's tons of Filipino people there.
Were there anybody from Epic Studios?
No, they weren't there.
Okay, I just wanted. Because I've been wanting to get
there was
some of their stuff. I just haven't really been able to concentrate on it lately.
Let's see. There was a guy who I do sort of. I mean, there's a company called what is the name of this company? I don't know. I'm looking it up because I don't want to get it wrong.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to say the wrong thing for this. I do know the people's names, but look. There was an artist there who I talk to every year, and basically all he does is, you know, he's an artist. He does have a company. I want to say the name of the company is Epic Productions. But then I don't know if that's right. That's why I'm trying to get this right. It's EP. The name of the initials of the company are EP, which I do know. And the guy's name is Jerry Ma.
Okay.
And he does. I buy t-shirts from him every year. Right now for a comic book called Legend. If you guys want to look that up, fund it, do it. Legend. This was actually the second book out of last year. He had Legend Book 1. Now he's kickstarting for Legend Book 2. But a lot of the people that help him out, people from Virginia Beach who I talked to when I was there, and one of the guys actually was part of the Filipino Association at Old Dominion.
Oh, cool.
Talked to him for a little bit.
Nice.
Reminiscing about Virginia Beach and all that. But yeah, I mean that was cool. I mean, he's not typically as Filipino you would think, but it is a dude pushing his Asian agenda, and he has good ties with a lot of the Asian artists and stuff. Yeah, I do want to props for that. Yeah.
No, I was looking up this epic stuff too.
Mabigat ang
oh,
mabigat ang babae. Oh no.
Okay.
Mabigat ang
I can't think of a Filipino word for something that works. Oh man.
Mabigat ang kotse. I don't know.
Maleta. Like mabigat ng maleta ko. I guess, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you don't know, mabigat is heavy, right? That's what we're talking about. Making sure I'm big and heavy. And the maleta is a suitcase. So that's the first thing you said was the woman is heavy. So I don't know how many women you carry around, but anyway. So let's make mabigat our word of the day. Mabigat.
So yeah, anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesini-gang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Find us on Facebook on facebook.com/thesini-gang. Or look for our videos. Do a look on YouTube for a search on YouTube for URL www.sini-gang.com, and that should take you to our videos. Gosh, I'm messing this up. So until next time, this is Jono Supernova.
And this is l-boogy, the Elemental One, saying thanks for listening and see you now.
We're good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. Tune in for our next episode. Till then, take care and have fun with whatever you're doing.